Hey, this is Mr. Darren Varner. They call me the eye dog. I wanted to make this video about Tradeorithms. Now, I'm a blind trader, totally blind. I've been trading for about 6 years. Since 2020, I have passed six prop firm accounts. I'm currently working on my seventh using technology. But, people are curious about how I do that. That's not what this video is about. That's a different video. We'll talk about that later. But technology, speaking of which, AI, since the onset of AI, um, it's a game changer with respects to trading. And I knew that if I could employ AI in my trading, I could probably take my game to the next level. And so I started to do research and I stumbled upon a service that I thought would work. I did not realize that they did all the trading for you. So I said, and I had no, you know, compunctions of letting them just do all the trading for me. I do my own trading. But I said, you know what? I'll give them a try. The name of this company, however, was AlgoX, and you may have heard of them. They they put me with a prop firm called Funded Elite Traders. Now, this was my first experience with the business model that Tradeorithms has. And I lost 10K. All right. They were managing 19 400K accounts for me. And I never saw one red cent. They owed me over $700,000 in profits that I had made. I kept buying the accounts because every time I would check, my balance would go up. And I was, feeling really good about it. More accounts, larger payouts, you know how it goes. I got to 19. I said, well, I need to get a payout. And they danced around that thing, gave me every excuse in the book. They apologized, but they kept pushing the deadline back. And it never happened. And I found out this company was in Italy, so I had no recourse. I said I would never attach myself to a company that was not US based because there was no recourse. I couldn't do anything. So I lost 10K and I thought I was done. I was still interested in utilizing AI, and I kept seeing the advertisement for Tradeorithms. And this guy, I guess his name is Samuel, or, you know, it, he sounded intriguing because they said they were based in the US. And I thought I had given up on this business model, but there was something about it, the way that he talked about the service. Um, it sounded like he really wanted to change the impression, because, that business model has gotten a bad rap. He sounded like he was really trying to change what people thought about this business model. He was trying to make sure people knew that it could work. That's the impression he was giving me. And I did my research for months before I threw my hat in. Um, and so I did. I've purchased a couple of accounts, and I want to make a timeline video here. I will provide updates as we go along, just to keep you informed of how things are going and if I actually get a payout and if Tradeorithms lives up to their word. So stay tuned.